As everyone knows, the way to beat Minecraft is to kill the Ender Dragon and jump into the portal. But what if I told you that the portal doesn't exist? You are stuck in the end. Or if you're even unluckier and the end portal is completely broken. But what if you spawn in a pool of lava with no escape as soon as you load into the world? In all of these situations, you're probably asking yourself, how are you supposed to finish the game? Well, on these seeds, you simply can't. But how does this even happen? Well, let's begin with the seed that doesn't let you escape the end. When you've killed the Ender Dragon, essentially there's no way out for you unless you jump into the void. The portal does not spawn at all. Even when you respawn and go back to the end, there's still no way out and you just have to die. But to find out why this is happening, we need to know a little bit more. From Minecraft versions 1.0 all the way up until 1.8, there was no exit portal when you went into the end, and it would only spawn after you killed the Ender Dragon at a fixed height, so it didn't matter if there were any blocks underneath it because the portal would just float. But after 1.9, it was all revamped. Minecraft made it so that the portal frame would be there from the very start as soon as you loaded the chunk in. Even before the Ender Dragon was killed, it just wouldn't light up until you killed this big guy. The portal frame would spawn at exactly 0 for X and 0 for Z, on top of any blocks that were already there. Now if there were any blocks there, well, you just wouldn't have a portal, except for just the 3 random bedrock blocks in the void with a dragon egg on top. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend hiding the egg, because the only dragon egg on that world would just fall into the void. However, believe it or not, there are 2 ways to beat this seed completely legit without the use of any cheat. This is huge credit to CrafterDark for discovering this and uploading it. The first way is just time consuming and difficult, but the second way is absolutely crazy. The first way you can beat this seed is by constantly logging out of the world and then opening it again in less than 20 ticks, which is also a second. This is because the dragon only spawns after a second has passed, but leaving the world and rejoining resets that timer back to a full second. So if you keep on doing this and make your way to the center slowly and then place a block, it'll actually spawn completely normally. The second way is kind of ridiculous, but you have to put through around 170 TNT minecarts through the portal at once and then hop in the portal with double totem. Then you literally fly away so far and so fast that the main island chunks will not load in, and then you'll be at the end city islands. On these islands, you can create a redstone machine that will put a block in the middle of the main island where the portal's supposed to be. So when you get there to load in the chunks, it'll spawn as usual. Now you can only pull this off if you already know that there won't be an exit portal, but there isn't a way to find out until you enter the end, so it's kind of useless unless you want to play on this specific seed. I wouldn't class this seed as unbeatable because you can still get the portal to spawn as I just explained, but you'll see what I mean by unbeatable after taking a look at some of these seeds, because on this seed you literally can't enter the end portal. Every single portal on this seed is completely obstructed by an ocean monument, so the end portal doesn't even exist. This is happening because on versions pre 1.9 there were only 3 strongholds in the whole entire world, and all 3 strongholds couldn't be offset because the game's code couldn't spawn them anywhere else nearby, so they spawned inside of the ocean monument. You may be wondering, could this happen to you on a normal world where you just can't go to the end? Well, the chances are extremely low because there are only 5 seeds that are known to the public, but there are probably a lot more that haven't been discovered, though the chances of this happening on a newer version is next to none, because from versions 1.9 and above there aren't any known seeds that have no end portals, because those seeds have 128 strongholds in comparison to the 3 strongholds that this version has. But this last Minecraft seed is probably the most ridiculous seed that I have seen, because on this 1.16 seed all you have to do is load up the world and you're done. You spawn in the middle of lava with absolutely no escape. You will just die over and over again. There isn't a single surface for you to stand on, and there are no soft blocks for you to mine. Even with the little bit of spawn protection that you get when you respawn, it still isn't enough time to break any of the stone blocks. All of the checks in Minecraft's code to prevent something like this from happening fail. I can just imagine someone loading the game for the very first time, creating a new world, and this is what happens. That would be kind of funny. But what if I were to tell you that you can actually beat this seed? Yeah, while I was researching for this video, I came across this video. Now what they did in here is that they actually found a snapshot of the game that sometimes forces you to crawl into a 1-block hole. It takes some time because it's a bug and you're not supposed to be able to do this, but they just constantly respawned after dying, and finally they got pushed into the hole, and from there they just had to start digging to the surface, and that is how to escape that unbeatable seed. Fully legit. Huge credits to Venom and the Mr. Epic for a lot of the information for this video, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe and join my Discord because I need some more ideas.